a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Calcutta Cup. The Calcutta Cup is a rugby union trophy awarded to the winner of the annual Six Nations Championship match between England and Scotland. It is currently England's since the 2009 Six Nations Championship. Since the Cup was first competed for in 1879, England has won just over half of the 123 matches, and Scotland has won around one-third. The Cup itself is of Indian workmanship, decorated with cobras and an elephant. It is now in a fragile state after much mistreatment. The most recent Calcutta Cup match was won by England, who beat Scotland 61-21 at Twickenham Stadium on the 11th of March 2017, to retain the cup which they have held since 2009. The Calcutta Club. On Christmas Day 1872, a game of rugby, between 20 players representing England on one side and 20 representing Scotland, Ireland, and Wales on the other, was played in Calcutta. The match was such a success that it was repeated a week later. These lovers of rugby wanted to form a club in the area, and the aforementioned matches were the agents which led to the formation of the Calcutta Football Club in January 1873. The Calcutta Club joined the Rugby Football Union in 1874. Despite the Indian climate not being entirely suitable for playing rugby, the club prospered during that first year. However, when the free bar had to be discontinued, the membership took an appreciable drop. Other sports, such as tennis and polo, which were considered to be more suited to the local climate, were making inroads into the numbers of gentlemen available. The members decided to disband, but keen to perpetuate the name of the club, they withdrew the club's funds from the bank, which were in silver rupees, had them melted down and made into a cup which they presented to the RFU in 1878, with the provision that it should be competed for annually. The Cup. The cup is of Indian workmanship, approximately 18 inches high. The body is finely engraved with 3 king cobras forming the handles. The domed lid is surmounted by an elephant which is, it is said, copied from the Viceroy's own stock. The inscription on the cup's wooden base reads, "The Calcutta Cup." The base has attached to it additional plates which record the date of each match played with the name of the winning country and the names of the 2 captains. There is an anomaly in the recording of the winning country on the base of the cup. It was first played for in 1879. But the plinth shows records extending back to the first international in 1871. The original trophy is in a very fragile state following many years of poor treatment and is not in a strong enough condition to attend functions or go on tours. When won by England, the original Calcutta Cup is put on public display in the Museum of Rugby in Twickenham, where it slowly turns around in a purpose-built showcase. Both nations have full-size replicas of the cup. Whilst the original was handmade by Indian craftsmen, the replicas were made using modern technology. In 1988, the cup was damaged by the antics of some drunken players, including England number 18 Richards and Scotland flanker John Jeffrey, who played football with the Calcutta Cup along Princes Street in Edinburgh. Jeffrey received a 6-month ban from the SRU, whilst Richards was given a 1-match sentence from England. The competition. Despite the initial request of the Calcutta Club that the trophy be used as rugby's answer to football's FA Cup, the RFU refused to turn the Calcutta Cup into a knockout competition for English club sides. They believed that competitiveness ran against the amateur ethos, and instead decided that a game should be played each year between England and Scotland, and whoever wins should keep it for that year. The first Calcutta Cup match was played at Rayburn Place, Edinburgh, on the 10th of March 1879 and ended in a draw. Scotland scored a drop goal, and England a goal. The following year, on the 28th of February 1880, England became the first winners of the Calcutta Cup when they defeated Scotland by 2 goals and 3 tries to 1 goal in Manchester. Matches have continued on an annual basis ever since, except for 2 interruptions due to the World Wars between 1915-1919 and 1940-1946. As of 2016, 123 Calcutta Cup matches have taken place. Currently, this game is the annual match between the 2 nations in the Six Nations Championship. The ground alternates between Murrayfield Stadium in Scotland and Twickenham Stadium. In 2004, the two countries' rugby governing bodies, the Rugby Football Union and the Scottish Rugby Union, were considering a plan to add a second Calcutta Cup fixture each year, outside the Six Nations. The second fixture would be hosted by the away nation in the Six Nations fixture of the same year. Under that plan, one nation would have to win both matches to take the cup off its current holder. Due to a largely unfavourable reaction, the proposal soon disappeared from view. Records. The cup has been tied 14 times. The current record number of points scored by a player in a Calcutta Cup game was set by Johnny Wilkinson in 2007, when he scored 27 points. The previous record of 24 points was held by Rob Andrew. The other Calcutta Cups. In 1884, Calcutta Cricket and Football Club again set up a rugby section, and in 1890 set up an inter-club trophy, the Calcutta Rugby Union Challenge Cup, promptly christened the Calcutta Cup. The cup is currently held by Jungle Crows, who beat CCNF.C. The second division trophy was won by Calcutta Cricket and Football Club Panthers. The original and oldest Calcutta Cup is a silver trophy played for annually by the members of Royal Blackheath Golf Club. It was a gift from the Royal Calcutta Golf Club in response to the presentation of a medal given by Blackheath. It is made from melted down silver rupees, reputedly from same the batch of melted down silver rupees as the cup played for between England and Scotland. The cup arrived in London in 1875. It was first played for in December 1875, 3 years before the first Calcutta Cup match between England and Scotland. The cup held by Royal Blackheath Golf Club has only two handles, unlike the well-known Calcutta Cup. It is only in recent years that the history of the original Calcutta Cup has been appreciated by sporting historians. Royal Blackheath Golf Club members had close links with Blackheath Football Club, which was one of the most prominent clubs in the early years of the Rugby Football Union. Members of both clubs served in India in the 1870s. This link is the most likely explanation for the creation of a similar cup being created by the Calcutta Rugby Club a few years later and becoming the world-famous Calcutta Cup. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?